Have you ever wondered how a solar panel was built? Would you like to know? Today I'm going to tell you how in just a few steps. According to wikipedia.com, the first thing you want to do is to choose the type of material you want to use. They suggest a polycrystalline because of the cost efficiency. First thing we're going to do is we're going to measure and cut a board out of non-conductive material the length of our cells. Leave an extra inch or two at both ends for connecting wires. Looking at the back of your cells, you see two larger lines where you will be connecting tabbing wire. Measure the length of the larger lines and double the length and cut 2 pieces of tabbing wire for each cell. You will be using a flux pen to solder the tabbing wires to each of the big lines. Next, we're going to connect the cells. Place a small amount of glue at the center of the cells and press the cells to your board, making sure the ends of the tabbing wire are sticking out. Keep in mind that one row will have to run opposite of the other so the tabbing wire sticks out at each end. Apply flux the length of the 2 large lines and solder the tabbing wires all the way across. Next, we're going to connect the second row to the end of the first row and prepare the first cell in the second row with extra tabbing wire. There should be 4 wires total after this process, and we're going to connect them all to a bus wire. Then we connect each cell to one another all the way down the line and connect it with a short bus wire again. Next, we're going to build our panel box. First, we're going to measure the space taken up by the panels and make our box and add an inch on all sides. Next, we're going to cut plywood the size that we need using a table saw or a jigsaw or whatever you have. Next, we're going to measure 2 1x2s and cut to length of our box and secure them with deck screws. These make our sides. Attach with approximately 3 screws per side. After that point, you can paint the box if you wish. Next, we're going to attach our solar panels with glue in the bottom of the box facing up towards the sunlight. Next, we're going to wire our panel. Using a diode a little bigger than the needed amperage, we're going to connect to a bus wire and secure it with silicone and point it towards where our batteries will be. Next, we're going to connect the black wire to the diode and run to a terminal that is mounted on the inside of the box. And then we're going to connect a white wire on the opposite end of the terminal. Next, we're going to connect our panel to a controller, making sure positive and negative are correct. That is key. Then we're going to run the wires from our terminal blocks to our charge controller. Then we're going to connect our charge controller to batteries capable for doing the job. The final step, we're going to be sealing the box. First, you want to cut a piece of plexiglass the length of your box. Next, you want to cut 1x1 blocks to fit in each of the corners of the main box. Carefully place the plexiglass on the blocks and screw them down. Use a silicone sealant on the edges of the box to make sure the box has a watertight seal. So now that I have discussed and told you how to build your own solar panel using information supplied by wikipedia.com, I hope you find this information somewhat helpful for building your own solar panel. Thank you.